Hello, everyone, and welcome to your dynamic stretching class. This class is sponsored by BandedPH. So, if you don't have starter bands or resistance bands yet, you can definitely purchase them in their Lazada or Shopee website or their actual website, which is banded.ph. All of the other details are posted already in our Instagram. Use the code Sofie100 to get 100 pesos off. Okay. All right. So let's start. Go ahead and lay out your yoga mats. Come to your yoga mats actually and just try to sit down, set up for all of your bands. So if you have regular resistance bands, you can also use them. Place them on the side. But if you have your banded, resistance bands already, go ahead and grab them, place them also on one side. So it's good to have variety in this class. Just make sure you are feeling good and feeling great. Good enough for, a class like this. It's a very slow class. If you don't have any, resistance bands or anything, you can maybe use a yoga strap, but I would totally recommend something with a lot more stretch and, technically a lot more resistance. Okay. So all of those options, check. Yoga mat nice and flat laid out. Just go ahead, lie down on your yoga mat, starting on the floor, keeping your bands to the side, just ready whenever we need them. Come to a stillness. So feel your hip bones on the ground, keeping the spine nice and neutral. Toes on your feet are hip width apart, firmly on the ground. Shoulder blades down on the ground. Elbows, wrists relaxed, palms facing up the ceiling. So we're starting basically on the floor. We're going from the floor, from the ground up. I want you guys to breathe in here. Inhale and exhale. Breathe in through the nose and exhale through the nose. We're doing things quite differently today. We're doing a lot of stretches, a lot of mobility as well, and hip openers for this class. I want you guys to set your intention for tonight. What would you want to come out from in this class? Do you want to be more flexible? Do you want to have a more cleared mind like myself? Maybe just imagine you're in a rainforest. Whatever animal print that you may be wearing tonight, maybe channel in that particular animal. Nice and slow. You're crawling up to the mountain, then coming onto a rainforest. What does a rainforest look like in your perspective or in your point of view? What is that destination that you've been longing for? Keep the breath going. Inhale and exhale. Keeping in mind your body awareness here. We're going to be doing a lot of pre-proprioception. So awareness of your body at the same time, at the same space. So lift your hands up to the ceiling. I want you guys to protract and retract the elbows. So we're going to place our fingertips. We're going to spread the fingertips nice and wide. We're going to lift our fingertips a little bit higher. So that means we're detaching the shoulder blades away from us. So shoulder blades away from each other. Extend the arms up. Inhale. And as you exhale, squeeze the shoulder blades together, shortening your arms. Let's do this for 4 more rounds. Extending to the top, to the ceiling. Spreading out the fingers. Inhale. And exhale to squeeze that upper back. Retraction and retraction of the elbows, or the shoulders rather, the shoulder blades. Using the breath as you do this, setting up your upper back, warming up your upper back here. Now, once you've done all 4 rounds, come to a stillness. Shake your fingertips, close and open your palms. Now, from here, open your hands as wide as possible, or as wide as you can. Make sure you have space. I want you guys to continue on and spreading those fingers, keeping the toes grounded on the floor. One hand goes up, so I'm using my right hand. It's just above my shoulder. So wrist on top of the elbow, on top of the shoulder. Proprioception. That's your awareness of your time and your body and space. Now from here, I want you to protract your elbows or your shoulders, shoulder blades away from the face. I don't know why I keep saying elbow. It's the first thing that I see. I don't really see my shoulder blades. So protract it away from you. So arm lengthen up to the ceiling. And then as you exhale, you're peeling off that back shoulder, palm to palm as much as possible, or maybe forearm to palm. Nice upper back twist here. But keeping your hip bones down on the ground, just relax the face, relax the body, keeping the fingertips nice and spread out. Inhale. And as you exhale, come back to a T. Let's switch arm. Other arm up in front of you. And then this time, extend your arm, lift all the way up, reaching towards that ceiling, fingertips open. Feel that backside of your upper body. So your left shoulder blade this time is peeled off from the mat. Place that palm on top of the forearm of the other. Inhale. And exhale. Let's do this. One more set. So you're essentially stretching your bicep here. Bicep and tricep. The upper arm should feel a little bit of tugging sensation as well. Really maximize that stretch with the arms. We don't really stretch the arms as often in all of our classes. What we do with them is that we carry a lot of weight, a lot of dumbbells, a lot of resistance, but rarely do we stretch them. All right? Just come to a stillness here at the center, palms facing up the ceiling. Inhale. And as you exhale, bring both palms to front, interlace the fingers, and then just switch thumbs down. Stretch your knuckles. Inhale. And as you exhale, I want you guys to pull the navel in towards the spine so there's no more space underneath the yoga mat. Place your hands overhead, extend the feet to the ground. Just take a nice deep stretch here, like a nice good morning when you wake up. Nice good stretch. And as you exhale, release the hands. Rebend the feet. Grab your knees towards the chest. Swing side to side. Inhale. And exhale. Now you can draw circles with the legs, massaging the lower back. Depending on how soft or how hard you want the massage to be. You can draw some figure eights with your knees or with your lower back as well. See what feels good for you. I necessarily like this, or I like to do this because it really changes up the motion and it really covers all of the nice parts of the lower back. Right, come to a stillness, flex both feet, grab the opposite ends of the feet, open the legs to a happy baby, and then just swing side to side once again. Just playing around with the shapes here, opening your hips. Nice hip openers to start. We're not using the band yet, but we will right after this section. Inhale and exhale. Glue the knees in together. This time we're going to grab our band. All right. I'm going to be using the ones with a handle. Go ahead and divide that into two. So fold it in half. 1 foot down if you need to. And then just place the resistance band in front of you. Now from here, I want you guys to see what works or what length works for you. So all of us might be, well, all of us are different in terms of flexibility. So some of you might already be open with your hamstrings. It's really nice and tight sometimes for some people. But if you're more open, generally, hands are closer towards the foot. Bend the elbows and then allow gravity to lower that foot down. So no strength coming or no forces coming from the leg. Everything should be coming from the resistance band. Yeah. So that's your more flexible option. If you are a beginner or if you are not as flexible yet, you can go ahead, start at the bottom or at the end of the resistance band. Bend your elbows, bend the knee or soften the knee, and then just tug towards the face as close as you can. And eventually you can build up from there. Okay? You can leave that other leg stretched or bent. It's up to you. Staying here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come back to center. Resistance bands are now together. We're going to do an IT band stretch. So opposite hand, so my left hand grabs the resistance band. My right leg is up. Now from here, I want us to pivot the leg towards the inner thigh. So your big toe pivots the other side. So parang pike. Yeah. All right. Now from there, I want you guys to bring gravity towards the hand with the resistance band. Come to your IT band stretch. So keeping both hip bones on the ground, not lifting one hip up. Both hips are still down, but keeping that nice stretch with the side of your leg. So this part is your IT band. It's the one responsible for using all your muscles when you do squats, when you walk, when you sit down, even when you do, very minimal work. This is working. Okay, even if when you carry a bag of groceries. So you really want to stretch that out, really add micronutrients, reset this part of your body. It's been doing a lot of work and it deserves a lot of love. Okay, just relax here. For 5, for 4. You can bring that leg lower. Okay, for 3, 2, and 1. Back to center. Switch leg. Same thing on the other leg. You can bring it as close to you if you are more flexible. No force on that leg, only from the resistance band. You can stay here for 5, for 4. Take the option, okay? That's good for you. 3, 2, and 1. Come back to center. Pivot that foot towards the other side. So come to your IT band stretch. Opposite hand grabs the resistance bands here. And then just tug it down towards the other side. Just breathe it in and breathe it out. Hopefully you can still hear me. I think the busy jungle or the busy rainforest track is already playing. So just stay where you are while I change the track to a more calming, soothing track. More soothing track. Inhale. And exhale. Come back to center. Leg back to the center. Like so. This time both legs pressed against the resistance band. Alright. Now from here, same as earlier, you can climb yourself all the way up if you're more flexible. Same thing, bend the elbows, no force on the legs, soften the knees. Bring the legs closer to your face. Option to stretch both knees if you're feeling, a lot flexible or a lot more flexible. You can also bring the hands a little bit overhead, like this. Nice fold with the body. Just relax the legs, relax the back. Now, if that's not accessible to you yet, come to your modified version. Alright? The goal here is not really to be flexible in one day. It doesn't come overnight. We just have to practice. We have to do this constantly to be able for our muscles to learn it. Okay? So it takes practice. Breathe in. And as you breathe out, let go of that band. Legs down. Hands down, palms down. Lift the hips up. Squeezing the glutes. Inhale. And as you exhale, lower down. Alright, let's take a quick figure 4 stretch here. So ankle towards the upper thigh. Grab that ankle or grab both knees. Or just one knee, swing side to side. Lying down, figure 4 stretch. Massaging your lower back. Switch leg, ankle to the knee. So sometimes when I do a figure 4 stretch, I place one elbow down on the ground and I push that bent knee. And then keep on swaying side to side. That really opens the hip and that really makes it a more delicious stretch. Inhale. And exhale, feet together, knees apart. Come to a lying down butterfly. Place the feet in front of you or diagonally in front of you, depending on your flexibility. And then push your feet towards the chest or your belly. Okay? So the goal here is to really open up your hips, your inner thighs, your glutes. You can also do it a little bit more challenging here. So I'm extending it directly on top of my face and then pushing it towards my forehead. See if you can do that. Inhale and exhale. Staying here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Carefully grab the back of the thighs. Roll yourself up. All right, you guys. Come to the center of your mat. Let's get ready to stretch the side of our body. Come to a half saddle. So one leg bent, one leg stretched. Hold your band into two once again. And then place it on top or against your foot. So in order for your foot to not have any painful marks, or in order for you not to smack your band to your face, you can always lock the band by doing this kind of motion. So place the band like this. One side is longer than the other. And then the longer side loops your foot once. So that makes it sort of a lock. Okay, so extend the leg. Make sure that both bands are still of equal distance. Now from here, I want us everyone to place your opposite hand. So opposite hand, opposite foot goes toward the side. Okay. I think we've done this a lot of times already in our classes. Same arm, same leg is the one that's gonna be moving, and that's gonna be on the floor, the one that's working out. We're gonna stretch this in 4, 3, 2, breathe in, and 1, extend, stretch to the side, stay here for 4, 3, 2, rebend the elbow, inhale, extend once again. You can go down on your forearm, on your other arm for more support, but keeping both hip bones down on the ground, opening that chest towards the ceiling, creating sort of like a diagonal line from the tip of your fingers to the tip of your toes. And back to center. Let's do that one more time. Last one. Breathe. 3, 2, and 1. Switch leg, other side. So if you feel like your tube bands or your banded starter bands feel a little bit masakit with your feet, it's always nice to wear grip socks so they won't make a mark on your foot. So it might be a little stiff at the beginning, right? Stretch on the other leg or the other side of your leg. All right, so opposite hand, same thing. On the other side, place it beside your outer leg, the one with the bent leg. Same arm, same leg is the one that will stretch, and we're working. Right now from here, inhale. And as you exhale, extend to the side. Nice side bend. Both hip bones down on the ground. So what do I mean by both hip bones down on the ground? I keep on reinforcing this. Sometimes, I'll show it on one side. We lift that hip bone when we extend. I want you guys to really sit down and stretch, okay? All right. See if you can do that and see if that's much better. To really sit down, both hip bones. Your split doesn't have to be as open or as wide as mine, as long as you'll feel that stretch at the side of your body. 2, and 1, rebend that elbow. Do it one more time. Inhale and exhale. 3, 2, 1. Back to center. Last one. Breathe. Flex that foot. Open up that chest. And come back to center. Ooh, nice and stretch with that side. I feel nice and warm already. All right. Now we're gonna be doing some standing shapes. So option, you can still use these bands, but I'll also show you how to use it or how to do the exercises with your regular resistance bands if you still don't have the banded one, the one with a handle. All right. Now from here, just come to the middle of your resistance band. Place one foot at the top. Grab on to your band. Now, depending on how flexible you are still, I want to reinforce it. The shorter it is, the more resistance you have. The longer it is, the less resistance you have. Okay? So if you have longer legs, usually it's just here in the middle. But if you have shorter legs like me, it's best to like do some sort of a good morning here and then reach up. Yeah, up to you. I'll go here at the middle. Go onto your surface or any sturdy material that you can hold on to if you're doing this for the first time, or if you're used to balances, one hand on the hip. Right now from here, feet hip width apart, shift the weight to the standing leg. I want us all to lift the leg in front, bend, stretch, and then to the side, bend, and stretch. So come to the front, bend, and stretch, to the side, bend, and stretch. Now from here, this is actually a good stretch if you are a dancer. What we usually do is that we turn out the foot. But since most of us aren't really into dancing here anymore, just keep the feet turned in. You'll get the same exact stretch at the back of the foot. So that's our goal. To really stretch in the hamstrings, make us more flexible. Because in the long run, the more you stretch the center, the more your side opens. Okay? We'll get to your turnouts in another time. Now from here, bend the knee. So palm with the band goes toward your chest. So bend and bend. So you're stretching and bending front and side. Now you can also experiment shorter range. Bend and stretch. Shorter range meaning you can actually lift your leg even higher now without the pain. Yeah? Do this around 4 to 5 times, as slow or as fast as you'd like. You can go low first. This might already be a challenge. Or you can go hands off. Okay? It's also a good mobility training and balance training. Yeah? So once you are done with that, switch, exchange foot, other side. Okay? Same thing. Shorter, the more resistance. Grab onto something, bend and stretch. You can actually stay here, the side, if you want to open that hip, or stay here at the front if you want to lift more of that leg. Yeah? So try to experiment. You can build from this, making your leg higher and higher. Now, if you still can't do any of those, come to the very end of that resistance band and then just start it low. Yeah? Because it's gonna be the same muscle. We build, we progress. So always remember that. So just give me 5 more reps here. As slow or as fast. Breathe in. And 1. Come back to center, release the band. This time around, we're gonna focus on this side of our seat or of our hips. Okay? Hip openers this time. So now that we've warmed up the front and the side parts, we're going to do the back side. Same thing, step on the band. So step on the band in front. So it has to be in front. Grab onto the band with the resistance you'd like. And then facing your surface or your wall for support, bend the knees. And as you lift that leg, the entire upper body follows the opposite way. So when your leg comes up, your upper body goes down. So it's sort of like doing your, what do you call this? What do you call that with a dumbbell? I forgot. Your deadlifts. Deadlifts with your single leg raises. So it's actually a nice way to open the hip as well. So gradually, I want us all to stay here and then open that hip and open that side of the body. And as we close, come back to center. Open it up and lower down. Feel free to micro bend the knees if you need to, but I really want us to control all the way up and all the way down. So a lot of the dance training that I've done, all the ballet moves that I've done, we do a lot of leg lifts to the back. So that's actually one of the reasons why most of the dancers have a really nice back and really nice glutes, because we do a lot of back kicks, a lot of turn out. Feel free to gaze on top of that leg each time you lift. Hold on to your band, really nice, and tug by the waist. Make sure you are breathing here. Let's do 2 more. Then we're gonna hold it at the top, yeah? Here we go. Hold it at the top. Pulse for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Shake your legs. Good job. So if you noticed, the lower your chest is to the floor, the higher your leg can go. Okay? All right. Switching now to the other side, setting up with the deadlift motion once again. Feet nice and hip width, bend the knees, lower the chest down, lift the leg up to center. So it's like a push and a pull. I'm not sure how to word it, but it's the law of inertia, really. Opposite something something. I don't remember, but it's a lot to do with science. And to all the science flex sisters here, feel free to just correct me or comment in this YouTube video what is inertia or what it's, supposed to be, but it's probably more like reaction versus action type of thing. So gradually open that chest, turn out that foot. Sort of like a side seat motion with that body, but still keeping your leg in line with the other leg, making it nice and straight. Nice diagonal line. Yeah? Do it for 4 more rounds. The lower the upper body, the higher the leg. Really nice and open with that hip. Good job, guys. Last one. And then we pulse to the top for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower down. Good job. Shake it off. Whew. Okay. You're almost done. How's everyone doing? All good? To stretch the leg, heel to the seat. Other side. All right. We're gonna go down on our pigeon pose. So set up your pigeon pose. So if you are a beginner, bend the back knee. Front foot closer to the groin. Shorter distance. So the hips are a little bit open here if you are a beginner. But if you feel like you want more stretch and really make the most out of the pigeon, go ahead, square the hip, extend the knee to the back. Your front foot option can go perpendicular to that front edge of the mat. Okay, this is only for those who have open hips already. Yep, take your options, girls. I'm going to place my foot closer to the groin because that feels more comfortable for me. Divide your band into two. So I'm going to use my banded resistance band once again. I can actually use the middle part. So go ahead and spread your arms wider than the shoulders. Come down to your forearms. Surrender first. Inhale. And then as you exhale, extend the chest up. Carefully lift your hands up and over. Opening your palms, softening the elbows, lifting your chin up, opening that chest. Breathe it in. Breathe it out. Keep tugging that band to the side as well for that maximum effort. Maximum stretch. Staying here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lift your arms up overhead and then relax down to your forearms. You can even go palm over palm and then forehead on top. Just release your upper back, your upper body. That was a nice back bend. Inhale. And exhale. Okay. Come back to center. Let's do windshield wipers with our feet. Breathe in. Breathe out. Everyone doing a great job. Coming back to our narrative. So how is your animal going? How are you going? Have you channeled your inner cheetah yet? I'm wearing cheetah print if you can tell. Have you channeled in the rainforest? Listening to that music, the sound of nature. Bring yourself back to relax yourself and to calm down the muscles. Come to a stillness. Grab your bands once again. Place it on the other side. Come to your other pigeon or your other side pigeon. Remember, take your modifications, but keeping the hips nice and square. All right. Come to the center of your band. Walk your hands as wider or as wide or wider than the shoulders rather. Yeah. Come back to center. Square off the hips. Come down to your forearms. Surrender. Inhale. And as you exhale, lift your chest up. Lift the arms up overhead. And really stretch to the back. Open the palms towards the back. Chin up. Staying here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Arms up overhead. Palm to palm, forehead to the palm. Breathe. Just relax it here. Relaxing the face, the eyebrows, releasing tension from the neck. Softening your gaze or even closing the eyes. Just breathe it in. And as you breathe out, come to center once again. Do your windshield wipers. Second set of windshield wipers. We're almost at the end, guys. We have one more move to do tonight. And I really hope that this is going to be a progress for everyone. Not everyone can access, flexibility all at once. It really takes a lot of time and effort for our body to understand what's going on. Okay. All right. Right. Now, option only to use the bands if you want to. Okay. If you're not comfortable in doing this next one with a band, just place them to the side. Okay. So I'll be doing it without the band first so you can see. Come to your all fours. Forearm all fours. So go down on your forearm. Hips nice and square, knees underneath the hips, elbows underneath the shoulders. Everything is hip width, shoulder width. We're going to release one leg up and over. So heel to the seat if you can. And I want everyone to start really allowing the weight from the leg to go up and over your head. Or if you can't do this, that is fine. Just as far as you can. So that's how it would look like without the band. Option 1, using a regular band, or actually I'm going to use the banded one for those with the band. So option 1 is to use the handle, place it on one foot, then the other side just goes in front. Okay. Now from here, hold the band, come to your forearm, set up first, lift the leg up, walk your hands a little bit closer to your face or to the side of the head. Make sure that the handle doesn't slip off of your foot. So one way that you can do this is to double wrap it. So wrap it twice, just to make sure that it doesn't go doesn't go down. So come to your all fours, lift your foot, and then walk your hand sort of like a rope sensation, and then extend the leg closer by the head. All right. Just go ahead and relax it here. For those of you who are more challenged, let go a little bit to extend the knee up to the ceiling. And as you breathe in, maybe let go of the shin off the floor. Breathe in, breathe out. Stay here for 3, 2, and 1. Bend both knees, both shins down. Take a quick child's pose. Okay, if that is not accessible for you yet, that is fine. You can always go back to your more regressed version. So come to your all fours, no band at all. Just lift one leg up, extend the knee as high as you can. You can open the knee or open that hip, or you can go up to your hands and then just bend. Okay. But I would strongly suggest go down on your forearm, extend the leg as far as you can, gaze forward, push the body weight forward, untuck the foot, let go of that shin. Inhale. Stay here for 3, 2, and 1. Both knees down, shins down, child's pose. Inhale and exhale. Yeah. Other side. We're almost done, you guys. This is actually a second recording because I forgot to record the first one. But that's fine. We can always solve problems. Okay? Those with the banded band